Today I decided to change oil, transmission, engine oil and transmission fluid on the Subaru. First time doing it, so I'm gonna be learning myself. From my understanding, here is the oil dipstick, and down there is the transmission dipstick, and I'm assuming once I drain the transmission I can refill it through dipstick. And this seems to be easier to change. The oils up front, they have looks like a 17 millimeter So I usually use this tool to remove the oil filter, but I had this tool as well. I never used it, but it seems this works for me better because the filter is it was easier to reach the filter because the filter is pointing down, so I just use this, and now it seems like it should come out. Now I'm gonna untighten the oil cap, so I think the oil will drain faster this way. And, I think I'm ready to drain the actually, and this is the model I will use filter, and 5W30 engine oil. So I have decided to just first let take care of the oil and then move to transmission. I think it will be easier this way for me. And so just tighten, I will tighten by hand and then little bit with the wrench. And, so I like to put a little bit new oil on the seal. I think that will help to seal better, perhaps. And I'm just gonna wipe where the oil filter was sitting. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing left there, like a gasket or from the old filter. It seems clean, and so now I'm just gonna tighten it by hand. And I don't think I need more than just tighten it by hand. So I have located the transmission fluid pan, and looks like this car has also transmission filter. I don't have transmission filter, but I'm gonna remove it and look at it and see if I need to get a new one. And this is also 17mm socket. So I'm actually removing now the fluid, and this fluid looks dirty to me. Wow. I'm gonna assume I need to get a new filter. So my goal is to, I'm gonna save all this fluid from transmission, and I'm gonna put it in a container, and I'm gonna pour just as much as I took out from transmission. So I'm using again this tool to take out the old oil filter, and it seems to be working. I have removed the filter, and what I decided is that since I need to go to the store to get the filter, I'm gonna put the old one back and put the old drain plug in. Oh, I mean, put the drain plug back and put new transmission fluid, and then since I'm doing a drain and refill, I will just drain it again once I come back with a new filter. So I'm not gonna tighten too hard because I'm gonna come back shortly. So my plan will be, I'm gonna drain this old fluid to this empty container, and then I'm gonna measure how much it has, and I'm gonna pour exactly the same amount from the new one. So I measured, and this is how much I have. This is how much I have that came out from the car, and this is the full one. So I'm assuming I'm gonna put some and leave little bit inside. I'm actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour amount from this into some other container and have exactly aligned somewhere here. Pour engine oil, and from what I read here, it says it takes 4.2 quarts. I'm just gonna put 4 quarts, and then if needed we'll add later a little bit more. Now I'm gonna take out the transmission dipstick, and then I will use something like this funnel to pour the transmission fluid. So looks like it's gonna take some time since it's not so I have poured the fluid I'm gonna put the old dipstick back and drive around for maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna drive now for 5-10 minutes to get the filter, and then I will put new filter, put new drain the fluid I just put in, put new one, drain it again, and that will be it. So I will drain it fluid 3 times. So 3 times I will drain it, and the idea from my understanding is to drive a little bit to let the new fuel mix with the old fuel. I mean, new fluid mix with the old fluid, and eventually it will be so the old fuel will be less old, I guess, and more new. So I will dilute the new the old fluid with the new fluid. So it's not perfect, but from my understanding that's how it can be done at home, one way. And I'm gonna go through all the transmission gears. So I'm gonna take it highway. The goal is to have the car in every transmission gear: reverse, first, second, third, all the way up to the top gear. I got a new transmission filter, and if I knew that this car had a transmission filter like this, I would have ordered it from online, maybe like a genuine filter. Maybe it would be more, I don't know, but that's how I would have done it. So I'm gonna remove the old one and put new one, then repeat that again. So I removed the old filter, and this looks like a genuine original filter. I don't know how long it's been there, but by looking at the transmission fluid, even though I already did one drain and refill, the fluid still looks very, it doesn't look it looks old, it looks brownish, and I'm glad I'm doing this. And this is the Duralast filter I got, and again, I would have gotten the original one if I knew there was a filter there. And this is the part number, and this costs like $17 AutoZone. I have poured again the old transmission fluid. I just drained and I poured here, and for some reason there was more fluid the second time around. I'm not sure why, but I'm just gonna go measure it again. So looks like it's full now, and that's how much I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add a new one which is full as well. So I'm gonna do the same as I did before. Use the drain and pour it again. And this is the type of transmission fluid I'm using. I found this to be the most, I got this at, I think it's like $17-18 for 5 quarts, and from my understanding this should work with this car. Since I don't have to change filter anymore, I was able to actually remove the transmission oil pan plug without lifting the car. So I just use like something like this, and I extension, and I just used it, but I don't think it's required, and so no reason for me to lift the car anymore. And now I'm gonna do the last drain and refuel. The last drain I only got up to here. The fluid, I guess it was low because I didn't take out the filter, transmission filter. So I'm just gonna pour exactly this amount, and I'm just gonna leave the rest here, and that will be it. And